Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Steelers Sanctuary podcast, YouTube live stream as well. I'm your host, David Barrow from SteelersSanctuary.com. And this is my co-host, David Coro. Dave, how's it going?
Hey, what's up?
Another big Steelers win in preseason, 24-0 over the Falcons. Could this preseason have been any better, Dave? I mean, any better. No injuries, players going off, rookies out of nowhere. I mean,
Dude, this is the best preseason I've
Ever?
seen in a while. Yeah,
Ever?
I don't really recall preseason being this damn good. Honestly, I was just like, damn, like I've never been like this happy with the team for the most part. You know, I just nah, man, that was amazing. That was amazing to see last night. I mean, just they beat the living shit out of that backup, the second string, of the Falcons.
yeah,
That was
it wasn't
just.
even.
It was
a fair fight.
it was not. Yeah, it was. Yeah, that was. Man, if you're a Falcons fan, that'd be tough to watch.
Yeah,
I
big
couldn't
time.
imagine.
Didn't get any enjoyment out of that whatsoever.
No, but I mean, just the offense was just my gosh, dude. All your starters, man, like
All of them.
DJ and Pickett looked. Like I said, I put on Twitter. I was just like, did 19 teams really let us get Kenny Pickett? Because that's what it's looking like right now. Now it's looking like
I mean,
he's looking good, and
let
there
me
are going
just
to be 19 teams that might end up being really pissed off over the next couple of years.
let me push back just a little bit. Just a little bit. Look, I'm as excited as everybody else. I really am. I can fully admit I was disappointed a little bit when they drafted Pickett, and I've been very, very happy to be wrong. But we faced two backups. He's faced two backup defenses out of three. And it's still preseason. I got guys coming to me on Twitter, comparing him to the Bengals quarterback, Joe Burrow.
I'm not ready. I'm not ready to go there. I'm not ready to go there.
Let's pump the brakes a little bit.
Kenny's
been good.
I'm not ready to say he's Joe Burrow. I'm
not saying you are, but I'm saying people are. But the excitement levels at 1,000, 1,000,000.
Oh,
in the Steelers country right now. It's off the charts.
I'm not ready to compare him to Joe Burrow, but shit, dude.
I got Joe Burrow a couple times.
Oh, really? Yeah. Oh, they were comparing him to wow. Yeah, I'm not ready to go there, man. But my dude's throwing dots out there. Absolutely looks completely different from last year through the season to now. I mean, just the confidence, throwing dots, pocket presence, knowing when to step up in the pocket. He's not always trying to run away, and run.
No,
it was really good. And I mean, trusting his guys, throwing the ball on the Pickens catch. Pickens wasn't quite that open. His guy was there, but Kenny, man, put it where catch. Only Pickens could get it.
Yeah.
And Pickens made a great catch like usual. And the throw to DJ on third down. Yeah. I mean, that was a dime. Credit to DJ for just absolutely faking the shit out
Smoking
of
the
defender.
Yeah, absolutely.
And he faked the slant, they said, and then ran that route, and it was over. And but Kenny put it.
That was a knock on Kenny last year, right? Was making plays in structure. Not just scrambling around and making plays, but making plays as they were designed. And this preseason, he's been doing that.
Yes.
Let me give you some numbers. The Steelers have outscored their opponent in the first half. That's when the starters are in 62-7 this preseason. It's ridiculous. 78-32 overall. Kenny Pickett for this preseason is 13 for 15, 199 yards, 2 TDs, no interceptions. It doesn't get any better than that. It really doesn't. I mean, you'd like to see a little bit bigger sample size than 15 passing attempts, but I mean, Jesus Christ, you can't ask for much more. He was 4 for 4 yesterday with 88 yards, no touchdowns. But
when I looked at the stats and I saw he's 5 for 5 on drives, scoring 5 TDs. As a unit, 2 TDs passing, and 86.6% completion rating, the 158.3 quarterback rating, which is perfect. I mean, damn, 13 to 15 passing. Like I said, you mentioned some of these. Yeah, dude, just
I get it.
I
I
can't
get it.
believe
It's
that,
hard
like,
not to get
how
excited.
good. Yeah, I can't believe how good he looks. Like, I mean, he looks. The thing about it is, like I said, he put that pass to Pickens only where Pickens could get it. Then last week he put that ball where only Muth could get it.
That
He
Fryermuth throw was the most impressive throw this preseason.
he put it where only Muth could get it, but Muth could get it. He could make the
Yeah.
adjustment and make that catch. Because I think it was Baldy's. Is it Baldinger that does the he does the
Baldinger,
thing,
yep.
and he showed how it was either them or the one with Ryan Clark and Dan Ozlowski, but they were showing where that defender could have floated over and picked that off, but Kenny put it only to where that guy couldn't get to it in time, and the defender on the right side of Muth, it was nowhere near where he could get to it. Just an absolute perfect throw.
Yeah,
and
he's
to see him do it in multiple games.
Yeah,
that's pretty good.
He's freezing safeties by looking at them like he's going one way and then turning his head at the last minute and making throws.
Yeah,
it's pretty impressive stuff. You can't really deny it. Let's do a little housekeeping here. The players that didn't play last night: Cam Hayward, Larry Ogunjobi, Kevin Dotson, Nate Herbig, James Daniels didn't play with a little bit of a ding. And am I missing anybody? Daniels, yeah, that was it. I didn't realize Daniels was a little dinged up. Dotson, we knew going into the game, was a little bit.
Yeah.
And even Hayward is like day to day now, according to Tomlin. So he has something.
A little stinger, maybe.
Yeah.
Hopefully nothing serious.
Yeah, nothing serious. And Ogunjobi, I'm mildly concerned right now. Missed the last 2 games.
Yeah, I hope it's just they're just being cautious.
Yeah,
because when he's 100%, that dude earns every penny of his contract. So I'm hoping they're just being cautious. Like I said, they had him in that walking boot, but they claimed it wasn't. That was just precautionary as well.
Yeah.
So yeah, dude. I like I said, a lot of those names you mentioned, it's really disappointing that some of them you haven't seen them play. Some of them need to play it to, they're gonna be gone. Like Dotson's a guy where, man,
we talked about on the pregame stuff. What you can't cut him. I think he's too good to cut. I don't know, but then again, is there trade value is the question. Is there any trade value if you wanted to move him?
Well, I think he's established that he's a good run blocking guard. It's just the penalties and the pass blocking's been a little.
I think he's a starting caliber guard in the league, though. If someone's
I think
weak at that position,
like it's not right to put him in the same. He's not a Kendrick Green.
No,
and he's slightly better than I don't know. I don't want to say he was slightly better than Moore last year. To be honest, they're close.
Yeah, close.
Like when you look at their stats, they're the penalties and the sacks they gave up. They're pretty close, but
different positions though. I mean,
in run blocking, he was
he's on his game. Good. His running blocking,
right? Yeah, like he's on his
notch.
game. Like he does well. Yes, and that's the frustrating thing is with Dotson. Like when you see him at his best, he's good. Yeah. But man, I've
heard people say that he's not a good scheme fit, that he doesn't do well in the Pat Meyer type thing. I'm not like super expert in offensive line play, so I'll have to take people's word for that. I don't know. Maybe that's it, because it seemed like he did regress a little bit last year.
Yeah.
When Pat Meyer took over, so maybe he isn't a good scheme fit for this.
And guys can have those issues switching from one O-line coach to another. Like those are just issues you got to worry about.
Yep. We'll skip around a little bit on yesterday's game because I want to get to Nick Herbig. This guy, I mean, he leads the NFL in sacks during the preseason, 3.5. I don't think I've ever been more wrong on a player than I was on Nick Herbig. I did not see this coming. I just didn't. I love this guy.
I didn't think he'd do this. I'll put it that way. Like I told you, I looked up, the right weights for linebackers and for
Yeah.
edge rushers. And I
Yep.
mean, he was close. He wasn't quite as heavy as you'd like, but he wasn't that far away for weight wise. I think the thing that he makes up for that is his speed and his strength. This kid is
Moves.
strong and he can move.
Yeah, and he's got pass rush moves that
Right.
that rookies don't usually have. He's got like three or four moves.
I mean, he went to Wisconsin. TJ Watt was already going there and talking to him and showing him stuff. And then now he's on the same team as him. So like that don't hurt. So he's teaching them everything. I mean, he talks about it last game, having the discussions of what moves do I want to do on this offensive line. And I'm sure they had that discussion again. And dude, he's got so many different moves, like you said already, as a rookie that we talked about getting Golden to be that number 3 guy, right? We were all excited. They actually went and got a number 3 guy. Bro,
4 deep. 4 deep, bro.
I think the number 3 guy might need to be Nick Herbig. Just saying.
Golden was good too, though. Golden has been really good.
He's good. Like he had 4 tackles this preseason, and he
he's
didn't have any
tossing
sacks.
tackles around. Have you seen that? Like he's
like
guys out of
don't
the
get me
club.
wrong. Like he looks good out there. But as far as like who really had an impact on the game,
Herbig. Yeah,
Herbig was pretty good.
Is this the best outside linebacker group the Steelers have had?
It's been a minute.
Probably, 5 years maybe.
Well, let's pump the brakes with this too a little bit. I mean, the
last couple of years, dude. It's been bad behind TJ Watt.
The whole linebacker core across the board we could get into for how bad it's been. If you want to get into the off-ball linebackers too, but if you want to count that, then yes, absolutely.
Even outside guys, they haven't had.
I guess I don't know.
Highsmith, Bud.
When they had
TJ,
Highsmith, Bud, and TJ, that's
but who was the 4th guy? I don't even remember.
No, I don't remember either.
Nobody special.
No, if we don't remember them, then they weren't shit. But
that was a pretty good group. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. That was the year Bud had 16 sacks.
Yeah.
TJ had how many?
Rookie
Highsmith was nothing to sneeze at when he was out there either. So, but yeah, no. This is the depth here now. My God, and then. Let's hop into inside linebacker.
Yeah, let's hop in.
Holy
Landon Roberts is becoming my favorite inside linebacker, dude. He is just blowing shit up.
Out there to hurt people. Like he just wants to bring pain to people. Like I was watching it and it was just like, I like you said, I need a cigarette after the game. I was just like, Jesus.
That's for sure.
It was he was crushing people. And dude, him and Quan Alexander out there at the same time. If they ever had them out there together, oh man.
The only concern I have is that group in coverage.
Yeah.
That's the only concern I have.
But if it's a rundown, like it's 3rd and 3, guess who I want out there? Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Holcomb, take a break. Quan and get Landon and Quan out there, bro, because
that could be a little boom or bust, right? They're going to either blow it up or somebody could break a big one because they're over committing to the
they could,
man.
Absolutely. But I mean, there's situations
it's fun to watch.
I would love to have both of them out there. They are fun to watch. Like you said, it is such a contrast to what we have been watching the last couple seasons.
You're right. That's a good point.
With the exception of Spillane every once in a while, right? When Spillane would run downhill and make tackles, or they would juke and he'd miss them by 10 yards. That was it. That was all we had. We didn't have any of that with any of these other linebackers. Miles Jack, to his credit, he was fine. He was just hurt. But man, Devin Bush.
These guys are pulling guards, knocking them off their spot. They're going crazy.
They are so physical.
It's a physical defense.
So physical. And it's fun as hell to watch. I love it. I love it. I haven't been this happy about a goddamn Steelers team in years.
It's been a couple years. It's been a couple of years since we've had this kind of optimism for sure.
Because look, I'm not trying to be like a Yinzy here, going to the Super Bowl, but holy crap, dude! Like this is such a contrast to what we've seen the last couple of years. I'm looking to see, and I'm like, and you remember last week, I was already like, after going to the game, I was already like, enamored with them very well. So now I'm just like, yeah, this team is not a 7-8 win team. Like, and now everyone's starting to come around. All the media.
Oh yeah, they're getting a lot of
mainstream
attention
media.
now.
Yeah, they're all like, "Oh, whoa, wow, this looks like a playoff team." No shit, Sherlock. Did you not notice what the fuck they did to Buffalo last week? Yeah, they're definitely going to be a playoff team. I like I told you, I think the ceiling's 12 wins. I'm not ready to make my prediction yet, but there's no way this team's losing that many games where they only win 7 or 8. There's just no way. This team's not losing like 9 games, 10 games. There's no way.
No. Unless some major injuries.
An injury, right?
Yeah.
If Kenny gets hurt, then yeah, they're smoked. But
that's just like any other team in the league, though. You lose your quarterback, it's over.
Yeah. And that's or TJ if they lose TJ. But then again, look at their depth. I think now it ain't gonna be TJ, but they'll stay afloat very well.
Yeah, Marcus Golden can hold his own. It won't be like last year where that cast of characters they tried to put in after TJ went is just horrendous.
Yeah.
Defensive line. This is going to be some tough decisions, man. I don't even know. I don't know which 6 they keep. Do they keep 7? Do they keep 8? I mean, I don't know what
I think they're going to keep 7. I really do. I think they're going to go 7. That's like the little sweet spot. 8's too many. 6, because those guys, if you go with 6, one of them is not going to get through and get put on the practice squad. It ain't happening. A team is going to snag them.
Oh yeah, for sure. You think Loudermilk would make a practice squad? I think
he's done good in the preseason, dude.
Yeah. So what it comes down to, really, like the nose tackle. Do they keep 3 nose? Like, because Montravius Adams and Fehoko, that's pretty much all they do. They're not going to play the ends. They're in the middle. So
I don't know.
Ben can probably do a little of both. He could do both.
See, he's that guy. Like he's your guy that can do both that makes someone expendable.
That's what I mean.
But
he's got a little flexibility.
He's got a flexibility. So, but I mean,
I've been saying all offseason, I think Montravius Adams is done, but I'm starting to think Fehoko might be the odd man out now.
It could be. Like, that's tough.
He's so good against the run, though. I don't want to see.
He has.
I don't want to see.
What has Montravius Adams done? Like,
he started every game. Is what he's done.
Okay, and done what? This preseason he has 1 tackle because he played what? 1 game? Did he even play last night?
I think he played last night. Everyone played except those guys.
Then there's my point. He didn't do shit.
Yeah. Fehoko didn't really do anything either, though, right? Did Fehoko have a tackle?
He has 2 tackles.
2 tackles? All right.
Yeah.
Watts played really well last night. He might have earned himself a spot in the team.
Yeah, absolutely. He's the one that actually could make him even more expendable. He has 2 tackles too. But I'm just saying, like guys like Loudermilk, they have like he's got like 7 tackles this preseason, dude.
Yeah.
So I mean, he's done enough, I think, to stay on this team. Maybe if they go with 7,
they all have. That's the problem. Every one of them has.
But
so what do you do?
And if he made it to where he's made himself a little more of a rotational guy, where if he needs to play edge, he could do that too. That might be why, and the fact he's a 3rd round pick by them, 4th round pick, whatever. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, I don't know. I that's going to be the toughest decision made by this team.
Yeah.
Now, mind you, if Ogunjobi's seriously hurt,
yeah, then you definitely keep 7 and just don't dress him a couple days until he's healthy, unless you have to put him on the IR, which hopefully you don't.
That's what might have to happen. Hopefully it doesn't. I want it to be Ogunjobi playing, trust me.
Yeah.
But
he's a key part of this defense going forward.
Yeah, but that's something that we got to keep an eye on, because that could be something right there.
Secondary corners. I'm really starting to think James Pierre is not an NFL corner, man. His coverage is not good. He's behind. He's not making plays on the ball. He's late. I'm really worried about James Pierre, the 4th corner, and none of the other guys have done anything either. So it might be him by default.
Pierre's got 17 tackles because of how much he gets picked on.
Yeah, that's a good point. That's a
He
good
gets
point.
picked on so bad. He's got 17 tackles.
I mean, in a perfect world, you don't see him all season. They've got three good corners, and JPJ, Pat Pete, and Wallace. Hopefully, you never see James Pierre. Hopefully, there's no injuries. He's a pretty good special teams player.
Look,
and that's why he probably makes the roster. But
I told you I'd be more comfortable with them letting Riley play some corner over him.
I honestly when you said it the other day, I was like, but now I don't know, man. I think you might be right. I think he's just, I don't know.
He's a liability.
It's unfortunate, one of those Barku or Madri Hopper really has done anything to
they haven't done shit either. Like, yeah,
because they could make the team if they did anything.
Right. But no, they haven't done nothing either. So it's
Shannon Sullivan had a good, like, almost sack right on a blitz or a deflected pass. So he's shown out the last couple games.
Yeah, last two games he's had an impact. He's done some things to flash.
We like Elijah Riley a lot.
I do. I really do.
I do too. I think they both make the team at this point.
Oh yeah, I believe they both will. They're both just playmakers, or they're always there where the ball's at.
Yeah, solid, making plays.
Solid guys. Yep.
Safeties. I admittedly didn't see much out of Keanu O'Neal or Casey or any of those guys.
I don't remember seeing Casey at all, to be honest. Yeah, I didn't even notice him.
It was Atlanta's backup, so they didn't even throw the ball downfield that much. So it's hard to see safeties make plays. We know the three starting safeties. It's Minka, it's Casey, it's Neal.
Right.
Killebrew will make the team because he's special teams.
Did Kenny Robinson do enough? I don't think. I think they're going to go ahead and try to stick him on the practice squad.
He got beat by a tight end on one.
I saw it too. I was like, so I think he's going to be a guy that tries to stick on the practice squad.
Yeah, me too. Agreed. That wraps up the defense. Flip over to the offense. Start with the offensive line. Isaac Seumalo, man, that might be the best free agent pickup of all. He was just, when he's in the game, they're a different line. They're just a different line.
No, as soon as he comes out, it just like it's a drastic drop.
He's a big time player.
Yeah, no, it's he's a great signing by them, and to group him with Cole and Daniels.
I
thought Chooks did well too.
I was going to say both Chooks and Dan Moore played pretty well.
Yeah, they did.
The whole line played well.
I just I've had really not a lot of bad to say about the starting five. I really haven't. I thought they've done really well.
For what it's worth, Dan Moore played a little right tackle in the game.
Yeah.
So they gave him a couple snaps over there. Just a good group.
Right.
Dotson didn't play. James Daniels didn't play. I didn't see much from any of the other guys. Dylan Cook is a guy to keep an eye on. They played him at guard. They played him at tackle. He played well on both.
He did.
I think the Steelers really like him. I think he's kind of a long shot to even make this roster.
Did Spence Anderson get any play at center? I didn't notice.
He did not play center. He played guard. I was reading today. He played guard and some tackle, but he didn't play center.
I didn't think so. I was like, where's
Kendrick Green got a lot of burn in this game. And he actually didn't embarrass himself too much this time.
No, he did all right this game.
He was all right. He played guard too a little bit.
Yeah.
Which is kind of surprising.
My man's playing for his, football life, because if they keep him.
The Falcons broadcast said Tomlin loves him. I don't know if they talked to Tomlin before the game or they heard that, or maybe they're just crazy. But, I've never heard that. I mean,
I was seeing pictures of that Atlanta broadcast. They were special last night.
It was awful.
They were doing a lot of weird stuff and saying a lot of dumb shit too. I was just like,
they were eating nachos and talking about the food for almost a full quarter. The whole third quarter.
See, I'm glad I'm in Pittsburgh and I don't gotta deal with that shit. Like,
just on a side note, I know a couple other people too. NFL Plus is freaking trash. I pay $100 a year for that, and it is trash. It does not work.
Really?
Awful. I had a couple other people when I tweeted it out say they had the same problem. Kept freezing up. Thank God the game was on NFL Network and I could flip over to that, but it's just ridiculous. Back to the Steelers. Anybody else on the line? I'm trying to think. I think that's about it. Herbig not playing for a couple games.
I know. That stinks. I'm starting to worry about him too.
Yeah, starting to get a little worried. Well, even more so, we don't know if he can be the backup center, which means maybe they do keep Kendrick Green just as a emergency guy, right?
Oh man, if that's how he stays on this team,
Didn't play
I
fullback at all. We thought he would.
whoa, trade just happened. Trey Lance just got traded to the Cowboys.
Oh wow. Oh wow.
49ers are sending their former number 3 overall pick, Trey Lance, to the Dallas Cowboys for a mid-round.
Mid-round.
Yep, per sources.
4th or 5th round, huh? That's a little rich. I think
Wow.
that's a good gamble. I like the gamble. I said I would buy the Steelers if it was a 7th or a 6th.
Yeah.
If it was a 4th or a 5th, that's a little rich for me, but that's a good gamble for the Cowboys, I think. Boy, is that going to go down as one of the worst draft picks of all time? They traded up, and all the players they traded when they could have stayed at 12 and gotten in that draft. Whew.
Oh, yeah. Tori Jones said, "Love you guys' podcast." Thanks, Tori. Appreciate it.
Thanks, Tori. Okay, let's flip to the running backs. Boy, this team is deep at running back too, dude. All 3 of them were excellent. Even Najee was good. Najee was very good.
All 3 just looked great. Again, just now we have depth at running back that we have not had in forever since Bell and Williams, right? I mean, that's probably your best 1-2 punch we've had.
Or Bell and Connor.
Connor too. That's a good point.
Yeah,
Bell and Connor's another one. D'Angelo Williams, man. Whew,
yeah, that's true. D'Angelo Williams was really good. And that was prime Le'Veon Bell too. Yeah, that was probably the best tandem.
But I just to see Warren and Najee both just looking great. And then McFarland comes in there and he's getting
score a touchdown.
Yep. That was a great play.
Filthy.
Great play by him. So dude, this is why I'm so stoked, because the depth looks amazing at some very important positions. And how about Calvin Austin III too, getting another deep run on the kickoff return?
Yeah. Before we go there though, I want to ask you a question. Why is Connor Hayward getting snaps at running back? What's going on there? Is there something to that? He's getting a lot of snaps at running back.
Yeah, I was.
You're that deep at running back, and you're giving him snaps.
I told you him and Kendrick Green were getting work. I just had I said fullback. It was actually running back again. So, and I'm not sure. Like, I don't.
Did they trade Anthony McFarland? Are they showcasing McFarland? Trade him?
You think that's what they're doing?
I can't figure out why they're giving Connor Hayward snaps at running. He's never going to play running back, right? If those 3 guys are on the team,
bro,
he's never going to play running back.
I'm going to be honest with you. Like, if they trade Anthony McFarland and it ain't something that like a 5th, I'm going to be pissed.
Like, I'm going to be pissed too.
Yeah,
I'm going to be with you.
You can't when
something's going on though.
There's something intriguing about that in there. I'm not sure what.
Shit, he's got more carries than Najee Harris almost.
I know.
He's got like 5 carries.
Yeah. Najee only had 6.
I'm confused. You got rookies like Bell and the other kid that you want to maybe get a look at. Nope, they're putting freaking Connor Hayward in there. Something's going on.
Yeah, maybe just
that's making me nervous.
Maybe some trick plays or something. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe.
Connor Hayward ever play quarterback too?
I wouldn't be surprised at this point. I wouldn't be surprised. He's done everything else.
It's a handoff to Connor Hayward. No, it's a pass. And
has
some
he played
shit like that?
He hasn't played fullback at all in the preseason, right? Not one snap, I don't think.
I don't think so. It's both times been running back, I think.
This team's going to go into the season without a true fullback. I find it hard to believe.
I don't.
We're gonna. We thought the cut down. I thought the cut down day was the 31st. It's Monday, the 29th, I believe that is. This is going to be interesting. It's going to be really, really interesting throughout the league, but especially with the Steelers.
Wait, what day's cut day? Which day?
Monday, the 29th.
Oh shit!
Right? So it's going to be wild, and I think the Steelers have a few things up their sleeves. I think at least one trade.
You think so?
Yeah, Dotson, McFarland, maybe one of the defensive linemen.
Kendrick
Somebody's
Green.
going to get traded. Nobody's trading for Kendrick Green. No,
I know.
I'm just
way.
You're going to put Blitzberg back on
anybody watching this. I'm not being serious. I'm making fun of that moron Blitzberg on Twitter or X or whatever the hell you want to call it now.
Yeah. All right, we can flip to wide receiver now. Yeah, Calvin Austin, bro. Did you see Mike Tomlin's face when he was running back to the sideline? I mean, he looked like a kid in a candy store. He was smiling ear to ear.
Yep.
Calvin Austin is exciting, dude.
Dude, I told you, I've been saying it. That's the guy That's the X factor of that offense. And
Hey,
look at him on special teams, on offense.
Yeah.
Dude's legit. And I again, another reason why I'm so excited about this team. That was one of my biggest concerns of the offense was Calvin Austin, a wasted draft pick. Is he going to be the same after his injury? Is his size going to hurt him because he's only 5'8" or whatever?
Yeah.
Or will the speed overcome all that? And sure shit, speed plays.
He hasn't lost a step. He's good.
Fast as hell.
My only concern was the injury to his foot and would he still be elite speed guy, but he is. So it's been crazy.
So I'm excited as hell with him. Like that was such an important thing because Robinson, he's just going to be that vet guy.
You pegged it. He's Juju Smith-Schuster in his last year with the Steelers. That's his role.
He's going to be that guy just to grind for a couple yards, get you the first down.
Be the inside guy, get first downs. Yep.
Because when I watched him, I was like, God, he looks slow. Looks a little slow to me.
Yeah, he's not. He's not that. He used to
be. Maybe I'm just watching too much of Calvin Austin the third or something. I don't know.
All the other guys, but
DJ and Pickens, burning people too. So it's just like, But I just Calvin Austin the third. It's just such an important thing for this to work with this offense, and he's it. He can do it. He's proved it.
We talked about this a couple after the first game. It feels like George Pickens is about to break out and do something really big. It really you get that feeling. He's running routes and doing all the little things that you need to do. He's not just throw me the ball, I'm open, jump balls. I mean,
the thing about it is that he's got a big play in every game, and he only plays like 2-3 series. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the thing. Like I want to go.
He's on the verge of something big.
Yeah, my dude's got 3 receptions for 76 yards.
Yeah,
and he's got a TD.
Yeah, another great catch last night. Just this wide receiver group's pretty good.
Yeah,
I mean DJ's if you get the best of DJ with Pickens.
Well, he's another one. He's got 4 receptions for 65 yards.
Yeah,
and they've only played like a total of 7 series, maybe.
Yeah.
If that,
if that, right? Yeah, probably 6 to 7 series. Yeah,
right. So that's really good.
Yep. I tweeted last night. Gunnar Olszewski's making this team. I made my peace with it.
Yeah,
I'm over it.
He is.
He's making the team.
To his credit, though, he's made some good plays.
Yeah, he's been pretty good.
He's actually done. He's got 7 receptions for 63 yards.
Yeah,
as long as was a 14-yarder. I mean, and he had 11 targets, but his yards after the catch are 29 yards. He's averaging. gotta love it.
Is Miles Boykin a guaranteed lock to make this team? I don't know.
He looked bad last night.
He doesn't give you anything.
He looked bad. I can't remember. I think it was it Trubisky or was it Mason Rudolph? He threw a slant pattern to him, hit him right in the chest, and he dropped it.
Yeah, he's not a good receiver. Bro.
It was just like the look on the. I can't remember if it's Trubisky or Mason Rudolph, but one of them was just like, "Really, you dropped that?" It was just funny to see that look on their face. But I don't know, man. Like
did you find a special teams guy that can give you something on offense? I mean, something.
Well, honestly, that's like your 6th guy. Who cares?
I know.
I'm saying no. I'm saying find a special teams guy that can offer you something else, like Derek Watts.
It's funny. He hasn't retired, right? He's just out there.
No, he's a special teams demon. He's good at fullback, right?
Yeah.
Just don't pay him $5-6 million for a year, and I'm happy. That was the only thing that made me mad about Derek Watt.
Yeah.
Because
I know people played a lot last year.
Well, I know people are going, why are you wanting Derek Watt back when you said they needed to cut him last year? Because they're paying him too much money for what he offered.
Yeah.
But you bring him in, minimum salary, I'm all in. All in. There's your fullback. There's your special teamer. Good to go.
Yep. Wide receivers, tight ends. If I'm Zach Gentry, I hope I'm renting and not owning because his spot in this roster isn't looking good.
Darnell Washington was blocking people into another stratosphere last night.
And he got a lot of play with the ones.
Right. Smooth. And Connor Hayward's just I love the kid. He's just a jack of all trades, great hands, gets open, gets more yards after the catch, can be a running back apparently, fullback.
Yeah.
I don't know. Just the kid's just I don't know, just another one of those. He's a football player, and man, he is a great asset to that team. He really is. Just another tool in the tool bag that they can utilize.
That's it for offense, right? I didn't miss anything.
Fullback,
special teams guys, Presley Harvin's making the team.
Yeah.
Done and done. Your kick returner is going to be McFarland if he's still on the team. Your punt returner is going to be Austin. I think we're pretty good there. Obviously Boswell. So all in all, to wrap it up, again, this preseason could not have gone any better. From lack of injuries to guys showing out. Even we forgot to mention TJ Watt looked like TJ Watt last night. Just absolutely annihilated the tackle that he was playing against. And then the quarterback, he almost killed Tyler Heineke. Took him up and flipped him. So, man, this team I want to see it against the 49ers, man. Go out there and do it against the 49ers. Week 1.
So we're still doing the awards, right?
Yeah, we're gonna do that. We're gonna do that next.
Okay. I almost thought you were about to end it, and I was like,
No. I was just ending the review of last night's game.
Okay. I was like, shit.
So we decided to do some preseason awards for the Pittsburgh Steelers. It was just a fun thing to kind of wrap up this preseason. It's been pretty fun. Let's start with offensive MVP. You go first, Dave, because I'm interested to see what you say here.
Well, it's obviously Kenny Pickett, I think. Now I had a backup pick just in case you picked 2, but
I had Kenny Pickett too.
Okay. Yeah, I just did. I mean, 5 drives, 5 touchdowns, 158.3 passer rating, just 199 yards passing, 2 TDs, and 86.6 completion rate. Yeah. The guy's playing out of his mind.
Flawless.
Throwing
is the
dots.
word you're looking for. Flawless. Yeah.
Great word. It has to be him. And so, I just don't know how you can pick anybody else but him.
Honorable mention to guys like Jaylen Warren and Calvin Austin. And
that was my second pick.
Yep. Anthony McFarland have all been great, but yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Jaylen Warren, 6 carries, 89 yards, averaging 14.83 yards a carry.
Yeah.
That's not bad, bro.
Even Anthony McFarland yesterday was averaging 5.5 for the night. He's been good. The running backs have been great.
Yeah.
All right. Defensive MVP.
So it sucks because this guy for me fits 2 categories. But I went with Nick Herbig. I'm sorry. Like,
it has to be him. It has to be
9 tackles, 3.5 sacks, a loss of 17 yards, which is a big fucking deal. When you're causing teams to lose that many yards, dude, that's impactful there. The only thing this guy was missing was what? An interception?
Yep.
I mean, really. So just a very impactful player. I'm interested to see what he can do against the 49ers ones. I'm interested to see what he does against them.
Yeah, they got a monster left tackle there.
They do.
Name's escaping me, but one of the best in the league. So that'll be interesting.
Yeah, I'm interested to see it. I can't wait to see it. But dude, just Nick Herbig was just such an impactful player on defense. I don't know how you could not pick this kid.
No, he definitely was. Like I said, leads the league in sacks in the preseason. He was great. Most disappointing.
This is tough because
it is. There wasn't much disappointment.
Right.
I'll tell you who I picked. I picked Corey Trice just because that injury was so disappointing. Because I really think he was going to make the secondary really good. Huh?
You really went with a safe pick here and picked a fucking guy that didn't even play in the preseason.
Well, he was that's the disappointing part because we got 2 corners. Remember we were talking about that? It was going to be deep corner position. Now we're stuck with James Pierre as the 4th corner. And
here I am spending like an hour. Who the hell am I going to pick? Trying to dissect this. And you go with the guy that didn't even fucking play. All right. So I went with Broderick Jones.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't think he's been disappointing at all.
Well, I don't know. Like, it's one of those things where, like, he's the number 1 pick. We traded up to get him.
Yep.
Like, I was expecting, and I know he's got a lot to learn, but I was expecting to see some pancakes and like him to maybe dominate the 2s and 3s when he faces them. Because you got to remember, he wasn't really facing 1s a lot. He was facing 2s and 3s. And you just didn't see him do any dominating at all, really. did you hear his name come up a lot other than when he gave up that sack?
Yeah.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
From the
yeah.
standpoint
I get what you mean.
of a first
Top
round
15
pick,
Yep.
top 15 pick,
Yep.
I was hoping to see a little more from him. And
I get it.
And I could pick Kendrick Green, but we're always disappointed with Kendrick Green. He's been disappointing us for 3 years. Like, that's an easy pick.
Because no one really disappointed this. I don't think there was I was going through the names and I'm like, I don't know, who would you say disappointed? I mean,
that's what I'm saying. Like, it's so tough. Like, I told you, it took me a while. I was trying, like, who the hell am I going to pick to be the most disappointing? It was tough. Like, I'm trying.
My thing
with
Corey Trice was like, the knock on him was he was injury prone, and then we got hyped up because he was doing so well in training camp and rookie mini camp, and everyone's talking him up. And this is a steal. We said it ourselves, 7th round pick, what a steal. And then injury played guy gets injured.
I get that, but for purely going off of guys that played in the preseason. But see, that's another thing. Like, I was like, okay, I could pick Montavious Adams, but it was like, he's hardly even played. So do I pick him or not? There was him. Trying to think of who else. But yeah, no, it's really hard to pick because there hasn't been that much bad. I mean, you want to go with Morgan, the fourth quarterback? I mean, they've done that good, man. They're like, I don't know. It's hard to pick, but I just decided to go at Broderick Jones because of the fact, 1st round pick. I mean, I want you to think about this. Our 4th round pick made more of an impact than the 1st.
Yeah.
You could argue that our 2nd pick, JPJ, had more of an impact, had an interception, and his first game playing ever in the NFL. Right. So that's the thing. Darnell Washington, he's made an impact. He's been mowing guys over, drawing penalties left and right. Do you see what I'm saying here?
Yeah.
Every pick after Broderick Jones, Spencer Anderson has been getting moved around because he's a better option than Kendrick Green. It's just all these guys, you're hearing their names and you're not hearing Broderick Jones do anything. So, or be impactful. I'll put it that way.
Yeah. It's understandable though, because there is a starter in place that is halfway decent. And like we talked about earlier, the Pat Meyer system is difficult to learn. And we kind of figured it was going to take a rookie time because it's just the way he coaches it. It's just different. And it takes time. I mean, James Daniels struggled last year with Pat Meyer's system. So,
well, I don't even know if he was trying. So there was that issue too.
All right, let's go on to biggest surprise. I went in a different direction, I think, than you did.
Okay.
Go ahead.
I picked Calvin Austin.
So did I. We've been doing this podcast too long.
I know, right? So I picked Calvin Austin for the pure fact that I didn't think we'd get this much good with him.
Yeah.
Is that?
Yeah.
Like I thought the kid would go out there and do fine. Like, but man, I mean, I didn't think like right off the bat, 65-yard bomb for a touchdown, the big, huge kick return against Buffalo. And then last night had a nice one. I mean, I've really liked the jet sweeps, the Matt Canada dialed up jet sweeps and taking one for 17 yards.
Yeah.
I didn't think he'd be this impactful. Like I knew he was important to the team. It's just that, man, this is your first taste and you're already like really, really, really making an impact. So that really surprised me. I know I've been building him up, but even my expectations were not this high with him. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, no, I went with I mean, like I said, 3 rushes for 26 yards, averaging 8.67 yards a carry. Then he has 4 receptions for 93 yards, averaging 23.25 yards per catch.
Yep.
And then his yards after the catch is 35 yards. That's what he's averaging after the catch.
Mm-hmm.
Whew,
I was more
really
skeptical than most on him. I was down. I thought the injury was going to kill him. I thought he was too short and too light to be impactful, and he shocked me. Coming off an injury, missing a whole season, playing like he's played. It's the biggest surprise. I mean, obviously you could say Herbig here because he's been a huge surprise too, but I didn't want to use him
Right.
again. So Calvin Austin has to be the guy. Most underrated.
Most underrated. I went with Elijah Riley.
Good choice. Good choice.
Not 9 tackles, an interception. And it hasn't been because he's been getting beat like Pierre. It's because he's coming up and making the tackle. And he's been physical. I've seen him knock a couple guys on their ass in these preseason games. And like I said, he's always around the ball. On the tip by Holcomb, he made the interception. That was in the end zone. They were right there about to score. Again, just saving them from, giving up a touchdown. So I like him a lot. And to me, he's not going to get as much notoriety as, like, say, what Nick Herbig did, or guys laying even bigger hits like Quan Alexander or Landon Roberts. But Elijah Riley's been pretty solid, man.
Solid.
He's been pretty good for a guy they picked off the street last year, right, and signed him.
Yep.
And remember, he got plugged into that Buccaneers game when they didn't have all the corners were hurt, and did really well.
He did pretty well.
So, and Pierre did it too, I believe, to his credit.
Pierre had a good game that game too.
But this guy, I really like him. I think definitely underrated is a word to describe Elijah Riley.
I went and Landon Roberts.
Okay.
Up until this last game, he's been solid but unspectacular, and I think people have been kind of overlooking the fact that he's shooting these gaps, he's taking on guards, he's doing the little things that, like you said earlier, we haven't seen from an inside linebacker in years. He's going to be an important part of this defense, I think, especially against the run. He's not going to make a lot of splash plays. He does a lot of the dirty work that makes a defense successful. So I want to give a shout out to Landon Roberts. He's played well all preseason. He had a pretty good game, obviously, yesterday. So as far as underrated goes, I think Landon Roberts is up there. Rookie, it's easy, right? Herbig's been the best rookie. It's not even close. I mean, like you said, JPJ's done well.
Yeah,
I know Washington's done well, but
I put Porter as the backup just in case. I figured we were going to pick the same one. Nick Herbig's just been on another level. He's been the most impactful draft pick so far out of this group.
We don't want to sound like the Herbig fan club podcast here, but he's been excellent.
No, I'm in love, but
you can't. There's no way around it.
But Porter had an interception, first game ever in the NFL, right?
Yep.
Playing in the NFL. That was impressive. County Bend, when he's out there, another one. Very impressive.
Darnell Washington's been good.
He's held his own, right?
Yep.
Spencer Anderson's done good things, getting moved all over the place, being an asset as a Swiss Army knife on the offensive line.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I just it's got to be Herbig, and then everybody else is like on that second level has been the best rookie so far.
And our final one, the best newcomer. This will combine free agents, trades, draft picks. Who's been the best newcomer for the Pittsburgh Steelers?
I picked Landon Roberts.
It's a good choice.
Last night, I mean, he was an absolute wrecking crew. I was stuck between him and Quan Alexander. I went with him because he had the sack last night. When he came through that hole, dude, that quarterback was probably about to piss himself because I mean, my dude was coming full speed and he wasn't stopping. He was not stopping, and he was coming to take your life. And
shades of Vince Williams up the middle, right? Yeah, that was fun.
The quarterback looked like a deer in the headlights, just standing there like I'm in danger, and got laid out. It was a gorgeous play by him. And like I said, the physicality, just running downhill. Like I said, we're just not used to this. We haven't seen this in forever, and it makes watching football or just watching this defense play so much more fun. When they're playing physical, like this is when it's really fun.
He's like the polar opposite of Devin Bush, right? The polar opposite. It couldn't be any more different.
Jekyll and Hyde, dude. Jekyll and Hyde. Water and
everything
oil.
you wanted from Devin Bush.
Pleat ups.
And then some. Yep. My best newcomer is Isaiah Sayamalu. I think Isaac Sayamalu, not Isaiah. He's been fantastic. I think he was the best free agent signing. He's a plus run blocker. and then a pretty good pass blocker on top of that. He's going to make this line so much better.
He is.
It's a good great pick. Signing. Great signing. Anybody else you want to throw in there? Any other
for newcomers?
Newcomers or any other?
Like I said, I want to throw Quan Alexander some love. He's been really good. And Cole Holcomb too. Honestly, he's got picked on a little more in coverage, but the difference is he still makes the tackle.
Yeah.
Like the big difference there is last year when they gave up the pass, the guy was gone. They didn't make the tackle.
Yeah, because you had Spillane chasing him.
So to have the guy give up the pass, but keep up and keep going. Like I watched Holcomb get the shit blocked out of him, lost his balance, but kept it and still ran and dove and made the tackle. Tackled the guy by his feet, dropped him. Dude, that's all you could. That kind of effort to go all out like that. So the tip ball that Riley intercepted was Holcomb again. So I just the top three linebackers have been just a great addition. You can't ask for anything better as far as newcomers go. Any other newcomers? Not really. I mean, Robinson, okay. Like that Savi vet, like we said.
Pete hasn't played much.
Honestly, though, you know what? For disappointing, I could have picked him because he's gotten picked on a little bit.
He did get picked on a little bit in the last game.
And in fact, I'm surprised you didn't go that route.
You know what? If I had thought of it, I would have. But because
you've been worried. You've been,
he's been so irrelevant this whole preseason that I forgot about him. To be honest with you, because you're right.
He's gotten picked on a little bit. And did you notice he stayed out there a little longer? He was out there for a while.
Yeah.
After a lot of the ones sat, he stayed out there. I'm not sure why, but
he hasn't got much burn. Maybe they would try to just get him.
It could be anything. Switching in and out of nickel, maybe. I have no idea. I don't know what they're doing, but I just noticed he got picked on. I've noticed he's given up some passes for first downs in almost all 3 games, if I remember correctly. So, and like I said, it's preseason.
Yeah.
Maybe he's just taking it easy. I have no idea, but that
there is a world.
That's on him to prove us wrong.
Yep. There's a world where the secondary is a major weakness. We hope it isn't, but Levi Wallace is average at best. Just give him, he's passable.
Right.
But when the corner on the other side is not good, that puts more pressure on him. Hopefully Joey Porter Jr. is as good as advertised. Let's put it that way.
I know.
Because he might find himself playing a lot this year.
Yeah, they're one injury away from things getting interesting.
Yeah, because then you got James Pierre in the mix, and then you're in trouble.
Right. So
that's why that Corey Trice injury is so.
It was.
I know
you're right. It was pretty bad.
I was really bummed when that happened. I really was, because I was really excited about this secondary group before he got injured, and then it kind of thinned it out a little bit. We got one more question from Torrey Jones. He's like, "What happened? We were nothing but jet sweeps and running Najee up the middle last year, and now we have an electric offense with Matt Canada." Well, you're right. I mean, one is the competition. We should keep that in mind. It's preseason. Right. It's the twos. But, man, there's so much freaking talent on this offense. It's almost hard not to be good, right? I mean,
and I think that's what it is. Nobody saw Jaylen Warren coming.
Yeah.
Right? When they brought him in last year. Nobody saw that coming. No one, I won't say no one, but nobody thought that Calvin Austin would hit the ground running like he has. Like he's not even blinking. You know what I'm saying? Like he's looking legit. DJ, I mean, he's now in 4th season, so like he's going to be DJ, right? Yeah. Pickens, nobody thought Pickens would be on the cusp of being a star wide receiver.
Yeah,
nobody saw Kenny Pickett being a stud quarterback right now. So there's so many factors. The adding of Isaac Salamo and honestly, you got the addition of Daniels and all them. Those guys are going to help too. And if Moore and Chooks play well, I mean that's really what's going on here. And like you said, they're playing. There's a lot of talent, and then like last night they played a lot of 2s and 3s, so they were going to beat up on the Falcons last night. But what they did to Buffalo, that's what gives you
hang your hat on for this offseason.
That's what you hang your hat on.
This preseason,
the fact that they face Buffalo and whoop their ass pretty handedly, ones versus ones.
While we're on the subject of newcomers and stuff, we should give a little credit to Kevin Colbert. He was on his way out. A lot of people thought he was washed up. You look at that last draft, it's Pickett, it's Pickens. The one before that was Najee and Freiermuth. He's the one that brought in Jaylen Warren.
Right.
So give him some credit. Omar Khan's been fantastic this offseason, but don't forget, Kevin Colbert.
No, these last 2-3 drafts, those two, Omar and Kevin Colbert, they deserve so much credit. They've really nailed it with a lot of these players. They went, young on offense, so they could afford the defense they have.
Yep.
And they're definitely zigging to everyone else's zag. That's for sure.
That's for sure. Yep. And look,
as far as who you're paying, and it might work. We'll see.
So far, yep. We're about 2 weeks away from finding out for sure, but that's all I got, Dave. Unless you got anything else, this has been fun. It's been a good little recap. We're going to be back on Monday because Monday's cut down day, and that should be wild. It's going to be a lot of fun. A lot of trades, I'm sure, in the league. A lot of surprise cuts.
Yeah. Do we do a pod Monday? I'm trying.
I think we should.
Yeah.
Can you do it? I think we definitely should.
I don't think I got anything going on Monday. I'd have to. I think I'd have to make work if you get me.
Yeah,
because I'll be pretty excited. Day. Yeah, it's going to be a hell of a day. I think Monday will do it, man. I'm in.
I think Ron Lippock is going to join us for that one too, so that'll be fun. We'll review.
Oh, sweet! Ron's going to be on. All right, cool.
I think so. So we'll have a little 3-man pod for that night. That's all I got. That's all you got.
Yep.
You can follow me on Twitter at SteelersTank16. Follow the podcast on YouTube. This is our second live stream. We're planning on doing a lot more of these. Email the show at daver@SteelersSanctuary.com. We really like to get your feedback. Subscribe to the pod. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. Rate and review the YouTube channel. That'll be great for us. Dave, give me your stuff and let's get out of here.
Yeah, you can find me on Twitter or X, whatever you want to call it, at @M_Corb.
That's right. We got to start saying X now. I forgot.
Yeah. I'm on TikTok, Steelers Sanctuary Podcast or at Steel Sanct Pod. I put everything on there from different beers I try to different bourbons, whiskeys, scotches, and cigars. If you guys like that kind of stuff, give us a follow, share me stuff you like to try too. I'm on every social media you can imagine. Just look my name up. So,
all right, guys, thanks for listening to the Steelers Sanctuary Podcast. Till next time. All right, I think we're good. I think YouTube's off too.
Okay.
No, actually, I think YouTube's still on. Hold on.
Whatever. Hi, guys.
How
sit here and drink the rest of my coffee. Hopefully, it didn't rain outside. We'll go start a fire tonight.
How do I stop YouTube? Do. No, we're good. We're clear.
Are we?
I think so.
Beers I try to different bourbons. Yeah, I'm watching right now to see when it ends. And cigars. If you guys like that kind of stuff, give us a follow, share me stuff you like to try too. I'm on every social media you can imagine. Just look my name up. So, all right, guys, thanks for listening to the Steelers Sanctuary Podcast. Till next time. Okay, good. That time you said until next time. It's still going.
Are we still recording?
And then it stopped. Okay.
Perfect.
Nope. It said, I think we're good. I think we're still on.
How do I stop this thing?
The rest of my coffee.
All right, let me end.
Outside. We're gonna start
I'm just going to end the